What's up, guys? It's your guy Tyler at Super Squad D, and today I am joined by main mate Omnidog.
Heyo, what's up, everybody in Super Squad?
It felt like the right moment here. It felt like the right moment to do that. Yeah. It felt like the right moment to do that.
That surprised the heck out of me.
Today, we're talking about the new Marvel Legends that were announced by Hasbro just now, like within the last, 30 minutes or so from their Fan First Friday, which Fan First Friday has become one of the things that I am most excited about in my week. I just look forward to watching it every Friday. It's so fun because they announce new toys. Who doesn't like new toys? Am I right?
I love them.
Everyone loves new toys. I mean, there's the people who love them and there's people who lie about loving them, but we know that those are the only two people. So I thought it would be fun to hop on here, to chat with Jess, to just kind of break down what the new figures look like, show them to you guys, and then just talk about them. Because, like, I'm excited about them. Jess is excited about them. You're excited about them. Why don't we all talk about how excited we are? That seems like a fun time. Ooh.
I'm trying to grab these Walgreens ones.
Yeah, those Walgreens ones are a little bit tricky to find the images of, but we're just going to jump in here and we're going to look at the
I think I did it.
You did it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how well it'll show up, but it's going to be.
Okay, well, you save those to your computer, and we're going to go ahead and jump in and talk about the wave of the villains first, which was probably the most speculation of any wave that I've seen in a long time. What's up, Paul? My buddy Oliver Hodge in the chat. Got a huge shout out to Oliver. We were basketball bros in the 7th grade. It was awesome.
So we have two of your friends, and then Paul, who we know but have never met.
No, Paul's my friend. It's Joseph who's not my friend. Joseph is the one thing who's not my friend. So the wave of the villain has been extremely speculated on because there's so many villains that we've wanted figures on. And so we're just going to dive in and look at it. What does this button do? Nope, that doesn't do the right button. Nope. Okay, here we go. So the first villain that we're looking at is Arcade. First of all, it's interesting that we get an Arcade with long hair and short hair. How do you feel about that?
I don't know who the hell this is.
Okay, so you don't feel great about Arcade. Arcade was like an X-Men villain that you would totally know if you read all. I don't know how you've not read all 600 and something issues of X-Men, Jess. This is very disappointing. You're supposed to be the Omnidog, okay?
I haven't run into Arcade. I did just finish New Mutants, but Arcade wasn't in there, and I haven't run into him yet. My X-Men knowledge is growing, but hasn't encompassed Arcade. He looks sort of like Alfred E. Newman from here.
That's a reference that I'm sure I'll
understand. Mad Magazine.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, it's cool that we're getting an Arcade figure. I know a lot of people have wanted an Arcade figure for a long time. And that's one of the beautiful things about where we're at in the life of Hasbro as a company. Think about the fact that we're getting a figure of a dorky Arcade. Like, that's just amazing to me that we're at a point in life where we will get Arcade as an action figure. Anything is possible. I mean, we got Darkhawk, for Pete's sake. We got Death's Head. Like, they're really giving really specific fans some figures because we've made it through all the Iron Mans we can have.
Okay, I know Arcade's secret identity. It's Rick Astley.
This is where I would be like, oh, Rick Astley? Yeah. Let's just imagine this Rick Astley's never gonna give.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
Yeah.
What happened?
That would be great.
Yeah.
So Arcade, I don't know. I'm not that excited about. You're not that excited about it, but someone out there is.
I didn't say I wasn't excited about him. He looks cool. Yeah, he's got a white suit and a goofy bow tie. I totally want this guy. I'll read. I'll catch up on my X-Men knowledge so that I know who this is. Yeah, I'm excited.
Huge shout out to Hayden McGee in the chat, as well as Omnibuddy. What's going on? Omnibuddy's one of the big upcoming new channels. You guys got to go check them out if you hadn't done it already. Arcade, the thing I'd be most interested in is to head swap the regular head off of him and make him some type of a civilian in some way. I don't know who I would make him. It'd be some like dorky, like side character to Spider-Man is what I'd do. I don't know whose head I would put on there. That'd be the goal. All right, next up.
Oh,
this figure is hot.
That is.
So we've already had a white version of Doctor Doom that came from that storyline, Battleworld Secret Wars, which was a really great crossover event, I thought. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. But it's interesting to me that they've made another version of this figure so soon after that figure, which was just a few years old.
After this figure, too.
That Doctor Doom is amazing. And I think that's probably what led them to it, because it's a new mold. But they said this is actually a new mold beyond that mold. So they've really added some stuff. I don't love like his chest piece, his armor piece. I don't know. It's hard to tell if there's like any articulation in there or not. Like if you're going to be able to bend his torso. But the design looks so good.
He's pretty rich for a dictator.
I mean, he is, honestly, dude. Or maybe that's just the suit, like Batman, you know, the Batman show from the Batman movies with George Clooney. Maybe it's just a suit. Either way, I love that we get a bunch of hands and a cool skull accessory. It's not a deluxe figure, but we're getting there. I want all my figures to come with hand swaps and some additional part.
What's the Build-A-Figure piece in there?
No Build-A-Figure piece in this one, interestingly enough.
But it says Build-A-Figure up there at the top left.
Oh, you're right. I don't know. Sometimes I really don't think they put a Build-A-Figure in this one. It's just the wave, I guess. It's just because it's in the wave, even though there's no actual Build-A-Figure here.
It might be below him, underneath him.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, because usually when they do that, oh no, you're right. Because here's Spider-Man Far From Home.
There's no Build-A-Figure
up here, but there's no piece in here.
There you go. False advertising. So get your lawsuits ready, people.
You're right. I'm wrong.
Hasbro has created emotional damages by making me think that there's something in here. Next up, we have Dormammu. Yes, Jess. I know you love Dormammu. I know Dormammu is your favorite action figure you've ever had. Please tell the people at home what happened to your old Dormammu, who is amazing, by the way.
My Dormammu was the bane of my existence. He was a Build-A-Figure that I built maybe 2017 or 18. He was so hard to put together and so hard to keep put together. I used my wife's hair dryer to soften it up and put it together, and he constantly fell apart and he was falling off the shelf. And I just had it with him. I said, I don't care if you're going for $60 on eBay. I threw him away. I said, you're bugging me.
Here's a question, Jess. Here's a genuine question. Do you want to know what the value of that figure is now that you threw in the trash?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to look this up. Tell me what you think about this Dormammu figure. Omnibuddy brings up a good point that there was hand swaps in the old figure in the other pack that we looked at but this one has hand swaps and a Build-A-Figure part. So I'm starting to feel a little gypped. Also, Ryan Sace in the chat. What's up, Ryan? Anything with Jess is better than playing Siege with you because you constantly shoot me in the back.
And I've seen the videos that prove that. Yeah,
it's horrible. And I never do anything to him to deserve that. Ever. I've never once been toxic to him. So tell me, what do you think about this Dormammu? This is a much more classic look for Dormammu. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I love it a lot better than mine that kept falling apart. I will gladly place him and Doctor Strange in front of my Doctor Strange Omnis.
There you go.
What, did you look up what the figure was that I threw away?
You know what price point would you be upset by? Like if I was to say like it's selling for $600 now.
I'd be upset by anything over 100.
Well, prepare to be totally vindicated because it's only going for $70.
Oh,
Totally fine. Good riddance. That was the frustration was well worth getting rid of, right?
$70. I threw $70 in the trash. No, I threw 5 months of frustration in the trash.
Joseph says it's going to be a shocker when Jeff Steen kills me at this train. I'm dead. Totally dead.
That's funny.
All right,
so funny.
So I'm in love with this Dormammu figure. I've got the Build-A-Figure. I've got the Dormammu that came from the San Diego Comic-Con set. But what I don't have is the classic Dormammu.
Oh, what the San Diego Comic-Con? What was what set did he appear in?
That was from the Doctor Strange Book of Ashanti, right?
Okay, well then I get those and I close them up and forget about them. So I have him in that form.
Yeah, this is a great figure. I'm trying to tell what's on this hand right there.
Flame or something? Is he shooting out a flame?
Yeah, I think he's shooting out some type of a flame on his finger. I love the way it looks.
Yeah.
I really love the way it looks. Big fan of that. So this is probably my most wanted figure from the wave because I'm thinking of a bunch of action figure photos that I can take with it. Oh, there's a full wave. Let's ignore that for now. This figure, I take it back. This is my most wanted figure.
This is a great figure.
Oh man, look at that. I mean, we've talked about this before on your channel, Omnidog's Vault, for those two people who don't know that channel exists in the whole world because it's the greatest channel ever created. We've talked about this on Action Figure Friday before, but the face sculpts at Hasbro, especially on their female characters, have gotten insane.
They are lifelike practically.
So gorgeous, dude. Like, I love them, man. And she looks killer. No pun intended.
Yeah, they didn't bother with any hand swaps or anything because that's how you want her.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly how you want her.
Old razor claws.
So you could have a great a hand like beckoning. You could have her. I'm planning on posing her by holding Wolverine by the throat, like holding him, like choking him. But you could also have her like a kneeling pose with her hand up, like she's going to stab down on somebody who's laying on the ground. There's a lot of good things to work with hands that are designed like these.
Yeah, can you go over what you just? Let me write this down. What were you doing?
You'll see when the photos come out, Jess. You'll see when the photos come out. Relax.
I want to beat you to those. I'm going to start my own Super Squad Omnidog and start posing figures.
Where the O stands for Omnidog. where the B stands for betrayal I just like the attention to detail here. I like that you can see on her chest area that there's like the little mechanical, almost like robotic parts coming out of her suit. That's just a really nice touch. You see that all over her skin, but that's a really nice touch. Big fan of that.
Yeah, this looks fantastic. And we'll go with so many scenarios.
Let's see.
For posing purposes.
Naturally, for posing purposes, right? So next up, we have Red Skull.
Ooh.
And we've had a lot. Look at his face. Dude. He's so happy. This is the happiest I've ever seen Red Skull.
Okay, I called dibs on having happy Red Skull with his foot on a fallen Captain America with his head in the air, and he's all happy.
Oh, come on, dude.
No, you got those other ones. I called dibs on that idea.
Fine, Jess. Fine. I'll remember that you called dibs on that. This is really getting into deluxe figure territory right here with the hand swaps, a weapon, a head swap, and a cosmic cube.
Yeah.
That's a lot of value for $20.
That really is.
It's his classic costume. Here's one of the things that they mentioned about on the post that I thought was really cool is that this uses that pinless technology, which is really great for photos. For those who don't know what that is, to connect the joints, like at the elbow, their older figures have pins in them. I don't know if you had a figure nearby where you could show it, but they have pins in them that are oftentimes colored the plastic color, which would be fine for like Red Skull. If it was green, you wouldn't see it. But on Spider-Man, the plastic may be blue, but it doesn't look good because there's a red suit on top of it. So with that pin technology, it just looks kind of awkward in photos. And the pinless technology means they connect without a pin. And so it just looks super seamless. And all their figures, I believe, are moving towards that, which is really dope.
Yeah, I love the idea of the pinless technology. And I love Paul in the chat who just gave me a sideshow code and I entered it and it accepted it. So thank you, buddy.
There's the sideshow code. Also, in other news, I found out how to put a comment on the screen. There you go.
Thank you, Paul.
I forgot.
I've gotten $3 in sideshow codes today.
Heck yeah, dude.
I know those add up, especially when your hot toys are over $200 and you get to use $5 in sideshow codes.
So he's excited about Red Skull. I'm excited about Red Skull. You're excited about Red Skull. I don't think anyone in the world is not excited about this Red Skull.
Especially because Joseph's going to remind you that I have the main idea pose.
I hope Joseph forgets because I want to do that so bad now. I'm very upset over this moment. Very upset over this moment. All right, so next we got Scientist Supreme. This figure I love the design for, but I'm a little confused on what that accessory is.
The thing up near his head?
Yeah, is that like a computer chip or something?
Maybe it's like a readout he's holding or I can't, without seeing it close up, I don't know.
I'm very confused as well. It almost looks like a computer chip. I don't know. I love the colors though, especially the blue metallic on the visor is really cool. Very, very cool. Also, I think Scientist Supreme is a girl. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure. Isn't it a girl?
Can you blow it up a little bit?
Let's see.
If you were using a Mac.
Yeah, there we go. Did that do it?
Yeah.
There you go. Cool.
It looks like he's it could be.
But it does look like a boy, right? Can someone let us know? Is it a boy or a girl?
How are they supposed to know? Oh, Scientist Supreme?
Like traditionally from comics. I thought Scientist Supreme was a girl, but
I think it depends on the story.
Okay. I must have read her in a story where she was a girl, but maybe it's a boy. I mean, it's 2021. I don't want to assume anything, you know. Red Hood. This is
good. Oh, I have a book about him.
Yeah, he was in New Avengers, and then he went all the way to. He's been in a bunch of books. I'm trying to think of the last thing I read. I don't feel like I've read anything with Red Hood though.
I think it's just the Hood.
The Hood. I'm sorry, you're right. It's the Hood. Little Red Riding Hood was, the alternate name they almost went for when they designed him. I'm sure of it. I feel pretty confident.
This makes me want to read I think I have a Max book about him that I should read, and I'm kind of sorry he doesn't have a head swap. That expression isn't doing it for me.
I'm with you, dude. This is probably I'll be excited because I know Red Hood. I keep saying Red Hood. The Hood is a figure that people have wanted for a really long time. And there have been rumors about him for a long time. And then they've shown images of him at different conventions in years past, but we just haven't ever gotten him. I'm just not feeling it. What if the cape was cloth? I'd be more interested and more inclined. Now I'm obviously going to get him, but I'd be more inclined if the cape was cloth. And I don't think that it is. It's kind of hard to tell, but I don't think it is. I think it's going to be plastic. But I do like the mold under the cape, again, for like a head swap and just a civilian look. I think that is really nice to just, if I was going to make a scene where Spider-Man is saving a bunch of people or a bunch of people are being terrorized by someone like Venom, it would be really cool to take this hood off of him and just have him as a regular person with a blue jean jacket. We don't get many just civilian body figures, understandably so. It's not something that people are like, ooh, I can't wait to go buy some normal looking people from action figures. Like, that's not really the draw of action figures. You really want superheroes or cool characters, not like people that look like you. And this character does look a lot like me. Let's see. I'd say I pretty much nailed that pose. So this is definitely the weakest of them for me, but there are still things I like about this figure from the wave, particularly this effect right here. I'm not really sure. That's supposed to be magical bullets, I believe, which ties into his abilities. But I don't know if they're going to come out of the gun or not, but I could see some really cool uses for that for figure photography.
Yeah.
There, you could have some really cool, like Spider-Man dodging those, or Daredevil dodging those, or Daredevil and Spider-Man dodging those. I mean, really, who can say how many ideas there are with Spider-Man and Daredevil? But I'd say 3 if I had to guess. We have made it to the Build-A-Figure. This is Zenmu. Now,
Shenmue?
Is that how you say it? Shenmue? I've only read it. I thought it was Zen because it was an X, but I really don't know.
Oh, I got it mixed up with the video game.
Oh, Shenmue. Hey, you made me buy those vinyls, by the way. They came in. Cheers, man.
Those are good, aren't they? Have you listened to them?
I have not.
Friendship over.
But I'm going to.
Okay.
Huge shout out to Dano. Omnidog is here.
Hey, dude. Dano,
honestly, the amount of money I had to pay Omnidog to be on this show with me today, let's just say I won't be getting every figure from this wave.
It's going to help me on my mortgage, that's for sure.
Yep. And Stan makes a point that I don't understand. It does not look like a bullet, but I'll let other people extrapolate.
He also makes a good point down there at the very bottom.
I don't think we need to show that comment, Jess. I think it's necessary. He doesn't really. You know, what's funny is I'm a slow comic book reader. Honestly, I am. Like, it took me almost 30 days to get through that New Mutants. But I've got an upcoming review on the Kate's Omnibus that I read in 24 hours, the whole omnibus, which is just very rare for me to sit down and read something that quick. And part of that has to do with just the amount of words, because there's a lot of words in the New Mutant Omnibus.
It is wordy.
But it was great, and I loved it. Spoiler alert. Jess and I, for those who don't know, have an upcoming New Mutants review that's going to be a 2-parter, 1 part on his channel, 1 part on my channel, and there will be a giveaway involved with the part on my channel. Yeah, Jess didn't know that. It's a surprise for everybody. But you can't win the giveaway, Jess.
I'm not giving away jack.
I'm sorry to tell you, you can't win the giveaway.
It's as long as I don't have to give away anything.
Joseph says, in fact, he just got through editing the Kate's video, and so he's going to take whatever I said and actually make it coherent and be good. So that's great.
I wish I had an editor like that.
Yeah, trust me, you do. You do wish you had one like him. So anyway, Shenmue. Oh, Dano mentions that the pre-orders for the Cosmic Wave just went up. So I think everybody should take a quick breather.
Where?
HasbroPulse.com. And pre-order this wave. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now.
Me too.
You can't see it on the screen, but I am absolutely pre-ordering this whole wave because Hasbro.com, for those who don't know, or HasbroPulse.com, has quickly become shockingly one of my favorite places to get action figures from. There's a yearly membership that Omnidog himself, where the D stands for don't try to fight his suggestions, because you can't do it. I can tell you that much, because Omnidog made me, and I say made as in he really forced me against my will to get Hasbro Pulse. What is it called? Hasbro Pulse Premium. Thank you. It's Hasbro Pulse Premium, which is a service and you pay for it. And one of the primary draws I would say of that is that you get free shipping on everything. Now, with everything else that comes with, with everything with the membership, you also get early access to figures and some exclusives that you can only get, I believe, through Hasbro Pulse Premium. But ultimately, it comes down to the free shipping for me. Well, I mean, technically it's not free because the membership is $50, but when you have Hasbro Pulse, it's really nice because you don't have to pull or buy multiple figures to get that free shipping. And so I have more than made up for the fact that it costs $50. Do you find that the service is worth it for you, Jess?
Totally. You get first dibs on the San Diego Comic-Con special thingy, special wave.
Which is actually huge. And in fact, you had Hasbro Pulse Premium before I did. And we both ordered the Hellfire Club at the same time. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And Jess got his Hellfire Club, what, 2 months ago? 2.5 months ago?
Oh, longer than that, like October.
And I got mine. Oh, wait, never. I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten it
yet?
Because
they did another run of it, and they prioritize premium members. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. But for me, ultimately, it's the free shipping that makes it worth it to me. Hayden actually is breaking some real hard truth here. Harsh news that Jess can't enter the giveaway because he is what's being given away. That's right, everybody. if you win the giveaway, you win a 6-hour comic book discussion private chat with Jess Bragg.
The hell you say? That.
Oh, man. Make Havoc, good morning, man. Thanks for joining us. We're just talking about how awesome all of these new Marvel Legends are that they just announced like an hour ago, and they just went up, and Jess and I absolutely just went and purchased them. Well, I went and purchased them. I think Jess is still working on it.
I just finished purchasing them.
So this is
Make Havoc.
This is the wave. Omnibody wants 8 hours with you. That's how popular.
8 hours.
Let me tell you, as someone who's spent 8 hours with Jess, you don't want 8 hours. You don't want 8 hours.
We haven't spent 8 hours with each other.
They just hit BBTS, apparently, which is great. BBTS is another great website. The only complaint I have about BBTS is that the box of 51 action figures, actually I think it was like 50. It was somewhere above 51. I stopped counting at 51, but it wasn't quite 60. Literally broke my back. I mean, I carried them up the stairs. What's so sad is this is in a video that I just posted. I posted part 1. Part 2 will go up on Tuesday of my unboxing. But in the video, I carried the box up the stairs. And obviously, I carried it up. I hurt my back. And then I went back to look at the footage, and I was like, oh, man, this is going to be crazy. I'm going to see the moment in which like I just totally threw my back out. And I mean, I threw my back out. I mean, it was in pain for like a week. I mean, bad pain. So I went back and watched the video. And not only was I not able to pinpoint a moment that I hurt my back, really the box didn't look that big in the video when I was carrying up the stairs. So it all just felt very anticlimactic to me. That was very tragic.
Has anybody addressed the fact with you that you should have broken it up into a couple of smaller orders and not 57 figures?
Yes. I realize that now. That the moment that I realized it was when I saw just truly how big the boxes were. Like that was genuinely the moment where I was like, this is a problem. This is a huge problem. I was going to see if I had a picture of it, but I don't know that I do. So there are a few more figures mentioned in this live stream, and I think you found them, Jess.
I think so. Let me see if I found them. If they're wait. Okay, wait.
There was a few figures, and they were interesting.
Yeah, these are the exclusives at Walgreens.
Yeah, these are the Walgreens exclusive. Hayden wants to know if I just opened the boxes and could have taken it up in small doses. I could have, but that would have meant leaving this giant box downstairs for my wife to see, and I didn't want to get murdered. So that meant I got that box up to the attic as fast as possible.
You had like a 20-minute window where they appeared, right?
I did. I had a 20-minute window where my wife had to go to the grocery store to do a pickup order, and that was when it came. And I just literally laughed for about 5 minutes of that when I saw the actual photo, because I realized just how absolutely dumb it was that they were so big. I want to see if I can find, this is the thumbnail for the video where you'll be able to see it. I was going to try to find just the actual photo without the words, but this is the thumbnail for the video, so you'll at least get to see. That's how big the boxes were. Like, look how dumb that is. When I walked outside and saw those, I was just, there was a lot of panic. And a lot of panic and laughter. Thankfully, I had 20 minutes, so I knew I was going to be okay.
There's nothing scarier to me than a big box with that BBTS tape.
I know. It's so aggressive about letting people know where it's from. Like,
yeah.
I honestly feel bad for our postal person. Someone brought that up, and I was like, man, I do kind of feel bad. That's a horrible box for them to have to bring to the thing. What do you think would happen if this showed up at your house, Jess?
That many, that big?
Yeah. What do you think would happen?
You're familiar with the probation pie story? Where I
am. Can you retell that story so people will
hear? About 2016, and I got a big order, huge, like 7 Omnis, and I took them out and I put them on the kitchen counter, and my wife was upstairs in the shower, and I had all these Omnis that I had just pulled out of the box from In Stock Trades, and I'm looking at them, eating a piece of my homemade coconut cream pie. After I got done with the pie, I immediately felt sleepy, so I went up to take a nap, and when I woke up and came back downstairs 2 hours later, she is sitting there in front of my hall looking at it and going, "Did this all just come today?" And I said, yeah, it did. And she said, okay, for 3 months, you are not allowed to buy another book. And that is my probation, and that is known as the probation pie story.
Yeah. So what do you think it would have been, probation pie, or what do you feel would have happened?
It would, I would have been put on probation a solid 6 months on getting any action figures or anything, because I just got a Sideshow box and she brought it in. She didn't even mind about that because it was one box.
Because it was a pre-order.
Because I said, sweetie, I pre-ordered this last year, and she said, don't even bother. That stuff doesn't work on me anymore. But she just laughed and walked away. But if I had 3 of those size things show up, it could be a year's worth of. I would have been in. Yeah, that.
If this showed up, you're totally dead, dude.
I would be. Yeah, no, that would have been years.
It would have just been. You would have been a lot of explosions right here.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is too funny.
And Paul says, and that's why I stopped eating pie. I think I can screen share. What? Let's see. Let me see if I can screen share.
These Walgreens exclusive. Hey guys, if you hadn't done already, thanks for joining the show. Super Squad D, where the D stands for dog. Glad to have Omnidog Jess Bragg here. If you hadn't done already, give the video a like so Jess knows that people enjoy his content. I know it's going to be difficult because you want to give it a dislike because I'm on here, but because Jess is on here, toss it a like, subscribe if you haven't done it already. And if you hadn't seen Jess's channel, go check out Jess's channel. It's mad crazy over there. A lot of.
Yeah, it's. If you want to click on it, you see down below.
I do. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, that's where it starts. Let me get rid of this stuff. Okay, let's see. There's a sword, and there's okay.
So go back to the sword real quick.
Okay.
The sword, they said this is a teaser for something that's coming later.
Oh.
And I don't know what. Thanks, Tim. You rock. I don't know what this is going to be for, but my first thought was
Excalibur?
ooh, that's a good thought. I thought, what about Conan? Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, wow.
Marvel owns Conan now. They got the rights back.
Wow.
What if they made a really cool? I've not read Conan though. Is this the sword from Conan? Has anyone read Conan?
Well, yeah, I've read Conan. It looks pretty Conan-y. Yeah, he's standing there. I'm just looking at the spines right now. He's also handling an axe with blood and a sword with blood. But yeah, that looks pretty much like his sword. Yeah, Dano Cosmic. That's what I was thinking. Captain Britain with Excalibur. That would be amazing.
What would you rather have, a Captain Britain with Excalibur, or would you rather have a Conan the Barbarian figure?
Oh, that's a good question. Captain Britain's awesome, but I think I'd rather have a Conan figure.
One book at a time. This is the way.
Yeah, sure. Like Omnibuddy does that. Omnibuddy, I've seen your hauls. You don't go by that at all.
Oh.
Okay, so there's that sword.
Yep.
And then there's I don't have any. I don't think there is a box shown for this. Can you see this fairly?
Yeah, there's no box. We can see we can see it good. So this is in the comic books after Tony Stark died. Of course, that didn't stick. But after he died, there was a hologram version of him that was giving advice to Riri Williams as well as the other Avengers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, one, at least it's not a Captain America stealth suit, right? Like
at least it's not Captain America something.
At least it's not Captain America, which we've gotten way too many of. But I don't know. It just looks a little weird to me that we get really just an Iron Man armor with a translucent head. Like that's really all this figure is. And this is, I believe this is going to be a Walgreens exclusive.
I think so too. The ones I'm showing, I believe, are Walgreens exclusives. I'm not sure. I think that's what Gio told us.
So that's really weird to me that it's, I don't know. Okay, here's what I would do if I got this figure. You ready? I would take that head off and I would put it on a suit body, which we've gotten a few of, including Tony Stark. It would feel more, at least akin to what he was like in the comics. I guess I just wanted.
Oh, you wouldn't want this suit?
Yeah, I wouldn't want his Iron Man suit on. I would just want like a regular suit, like
a coat and tie suit.
Let me just see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to pull this picture here. Okay. This is what he looked like in the comics. Okay. I'm going to download this so you can see.
I have to stop sharing then.
Yeah. I'll throw it back to you in just a sec.
Okay. Dano Cosmic says he thinks it comes with a regular Iron Man head too.
Well, that would make sense, and that would be nice because regular Iron Man heads are great. This is what it looked like in the comics.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that just looks
does look really cool.
And this is what I was hoping for. Like we had seen rumors of this figure. If we got like a full regular civilian suit, which they've made tons of, that they could have reused or kit bashed and just given it all in translucent plastic, it might have been one of my most anticipated figures of the year.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
But because it's him in his armor with just like a translucent head, it's a little disappointing to me. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Joseph Craven is really, really proud of me. Joseph is the tech guy behind all of our videos, and he sets all the streams up, and I don't know anything. And Streamlabs or StreamYard has to be the simplest version of live streaming, and even I struggled to figure it out. Jess was having to baby walk me through it before we started the show.
It's not that bad. I mean, I think you did a good job. It's
I haven't made any major mistakes.
yeah. You have that to fall back on. Okay, so let's see. You want me to bring him back up?
Yeah, let's bring him back up. I'm interested to see.
Okay.
So Tim isn't a big fan of the translucent head. Psycho Seb says you look extraordinarily dashing, Jess.
I do?
That's what he says. Psycho Seb.
My In-N-Out Burger hat.
Psycho Seb has
that's very nice of you, Psycho. Thank you.
He has great taste. I can confirm. Ryan thought it was an Iron Man.
Iceman.
I'm sorry, an Iceman instead of an Iron Man. And I could see why. I mean, it really does. Honestly, I wonder how close that plastic is to the Iceman figure, because that head might look good on Iceman as like an alternate Iceman head.
Oh, I have two Icemen. One has like icy icicles coming out of his top. That's sort of similar to that color. But then I have a gray Iceman, and it's not that same color.
Yeah.
That's bluer than Iceman usually is in the figures.
Yeah, Jonathan says the figure's a head scratcher, and I agree.
Except that I'm going to get it anyway.
Oh, we're definitely both getting it. I mean, that goes without saying. We're definitely getting the figure, obviously. But it's a head scratcher. What is this? Who is this?
I'm going to have to throw this to the chat. I don't know. This is major harassment. I don't know who it is.
It looks like an Iron Man arc reactor on the shield. Is it a robot? I mean, it almost looks like an Iron Man's face. Maybe it's someone from the future.
Civil Warrior.
I don't know if that's real or if that's right or not.
I think I don't think Dan was kidding. What run is Civil Warrior in?
Yeah, what was that in? Stan's waiting for me to do a Chris Evans, which I can only assume means he's waiting for me to show how ripped I am. Not drinking 10 Dr. Peppers, but no, I can't do that.
Civil Warrior.
Man, Mark MCX.
You just typed in a bunch of.
I mean, I can't say he's wrong because I don't know. This is one. Oh man, I don't know. I want to say I'm going to pass on it, but at the same time, all right, he's a Civil Warrior armor. It was built by Steve Rogers. Okay, this was after Tony Stark's death in the comics, so it ties into that AI era of comics, which was I think like 2016, something like that, 2017.
Okay.
It was right around the Civil War II, I guess.
I didn't read Civil War II. I read Civil War I.
Well, let me tell you, you didn't miss much. Civil War II was not that great.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay.
Loves it.
What Contest of Champions game thing someone wants to know. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of guesses. I guess this is just not clearly something that's going to stick out to a lot of people. So it's interesting to me that they went this route and made this figure just because it doesn't have all that much recognition. I guess the primary draw of making a figure like this, though, is it's really easy to do because there have been a million Captain Americas. And we were just talking about how many Captain Americas there have been. We just have way too many, and they're all pretty lame.
I would say this thing says peg warmer to me.
Ryan says, are there any action figures of Stephanie Brown? There is an action figure or two of her. There's two that I can think of. One came out in the last few years, and I know where it is, but I don't have quick access to it. And it was a really cool figure. It was at the very end of the DC Mattel line. It came out, and it was really cool. I really wish that there were more figures of her because she's a great character, as well as Cassandra Cain Batgirl, another really cool suit design. Okay, what else do we have from the the announcements.
Nova.
Okay, so this figure I'm super excited about.
He comes with a stand, a flight stand,
which is really cool. I mean, really cool. I've not that stand almost looks like the stands that we make, Jess. It's got a solid base and just like a stick. So I wonder what it attaches into.
I think that it has like a flange that you can't see. It makes it more solid.
The old hidden flange.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before. I'm very interested in the fact that it comes with, I like that it comes with 2 flat hands to kind of give that cool like flying pose, which is really cool. Big fan of that. Yeah. Dano says he loves the classic logo on the box. That looks awesome. I know for a lot of people, Rich Rider is a favorite character. Like a lot of people have a lot of love for this character. Fernando, I can't remember his last name, who's in our comic book group and a lot of stuff, loves Richard Rider. So he's going to be super excited about this. I do believe that it is a Walgreens exclusive.
We think that these are Walgreens exclusives that I'm showing you now.
Yeah.
And Dano is saying yes. All the cosmic ones are Walgreens, sadly.
Yeah.
But I have a Walgreens near me that hasn't been discovered by scalpers or people that work there. Don't know anything about them.
You lucky duck.
I know. But when I got like 2 Moon Knights, one for me and one for you, 3 months ago or whenever they came out.
Yeah.
And note that I sent it out right away to you as a gift. While that box mine languishes in your office for 3 hours.
Jess, I can't leave my house, Jess. I'm not getting any. All right.
It was sitting there for 3 weeks before the snowstorm came.
Okay. Look. Listen, Jess.
What?
I'm going to show you a picture. Right?
I know what it looks like there.
For the people at home, I'm going to show a picture of my neighborhood right now, okay? This is real-time neighborhood photo. I would put it on the screen if I could. That's my neighborhood. See all that white? I live in Mississippi. What is this happening? I actually, no lie, genuinely no lie, I cannot leave my house. In fact, this morning I spent about 45 minutes. So our driveway, it looks like snow, but it's actually solid ice, and it's really annoying. Like so annoying because our cars are at the top of the driveway. We never have snowstorms. And leave it to my wife. She said right when it started snowing, hey, do you think we should pull one of the cars down the driveway? We live on a really, really tall hill. She said, do you think we should pull the cars down the driveway and park it, just in case the storm gets bad? And I said, it's just snow. It's just snow. Who cares? Well, our cars have been stuck at the top of the driveway since last Saturday. And so I went out there, and so I have to go to a funeral tomorrow at noon, an hour away. I don't know how I'm going to get out of my driveway. I went out there with a shovel and was just trying to like break up the ice on our driveway. I don't know what to do. This is
I had a quick Dano Cosmic. Are you in the United States? Are you, because I know Silver Surfer got released in the UK already, but are you in the United States, Dano?
It's our driveway. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you are. So they already are out there.
Wow, really? Oh man, that's a figure that Jess and I both badly want.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it yet then at Walgreens, because I've been going right after the truck drops off and things are put up every Saturday and he hasn't shown up yet. Okay, I will work harder to try and find Silver Surfer.
So Dano says Nova and Quasar aren't out yet, but the other is out. Silver Surfer was online for pre-order only. He's saying it's not sure if it's in shops.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know it was online for pre-order. Okay, it's not in shops yet.
So,
and this is Quasar here, right?
Yeah, this is Quasar, who I'm honestly not that familiar with the character. I know wasn't there a girl Quasar in the comics as well? Quasar 2?
I feel like there was. I read that whole War of Kings thing until Darkhawk ruined it for me.
I haven't read War of Kings, so I don't know. Was Quasar in the War of Realms series?
Not War of Realms, the War of Kings trilogy. With,
okay, that's right.
With the Inhumans, and it was the whole cosmic annihilation, conquest, and then the 3 Inhuman things: War of Kings Aftermath, War of Kings Aftermath, Reconstruction, whatever it was.
I haven't read it. Did you like the character?
Quasar, I did. It was death. It was Darkhawk that made me quit that. Darkhawk is a terrible character in that particular series.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the character at all.
I stopped halfway through, like whatever there's like 5 of them, and I stopped halfway after putting in all the time for the first 3 Omnis. Halfway through the 4th or halfway through the 3rd, I can't remember where Darkhawk.
Oh, you stopped entirely?
Huh?
It was that bad that you just stopped it entirely.
It brings it back from cosmic. It brings it to Earth, and his Earth-bound antics are as boring as possible. And I could not get through it, and I just said, "Forget it. I'm not doing it." It made me give up.
Wow, that's saying a lot, dude. That is definitely saying a lot. So somebody just said that they want the Lady Deathstrike and the Red Skull.
I bet that is gone from pre-order on Hasbro Pulse.
It would be interesting to see how fast stuff goes on there. Those were 2 that we really liked, Glass. And then I was going to try to find Omnibuddy said he missed the Silver Surfer. So I got a picture here I was going to just show you because I thought you needed to see. This is something you need. And I know you like Silver Surfer, Omnibuddy. So this is definitely, I know you're not a huge Marvel Legends collector. I don't know if you have any or not, but that's it right there.
With the hammer and everything. So
cool. Such a cool character and such a cool figure. And from that Kate's Omnibus review forthcoming. So is that the last figure we had announced? I think that was the last one, huh?
Yep.
I think that was it. So all in all, there was some really awesome stuff announced. Like really awesome stuff. How tall is your stilts man?
Mine's only as tall as I ordered 2 extra hand ninjas and I haven't gotten them yet.
I have also 2 extra hand ninjas coming as well on top of the 2 that I originally had. You can't see it really, but you know what? Let me see if I can tilt the webcam here to show you, because I have a little scene set up behind me that I've got Stiltman peeking over something. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to tilt the old webcam back, but I love those hand ninjas, and I love Stiltman as a Build-A-Figure, just because I think the concept is really great. Ooh, don't need that over there.
Deathstrike is still available for pre-order and Pulse, so you're okay if you want to.
Oh, good.
That is, I bet that will be that and Dr. Doom.
So there's the, I don't know if you can see, there's the Stiltman.
Oh, he's got Thanos's.
Peeking up.
Is that Thanos's head and skull that Dr. Doom's got?
Yeah, from Secret Wars, from that storyline.
Radical.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that is the best Doom figure. I love that.
Yeah, that's a really cool addition to the Marvel Legends. So I would love to know from you guys in the chat, you guys, if you're watching this later, what figure out of all of the figures that were announced today, what figure are you most excited for?
I also would like to know that.
I'm going to say out of everything we saw today, for myself, and this is really a tough one. I think I'm most excited for Deathstrike, for Lady Deathstrike. It really was a tough call between her, Red Skull, and Dormammu. Those were the ones that I was really torn between. Zenmu, I was really excited about because I've only read him in one book, but it was The She-Hulk by John Byrne, and I loved that book. It was one of my top 5 omnibus I read last year. And so I'm not as familiar with the character, but I did know who it was at least. But I think for me, it's Lady Deathstrike with just who the character is, how many other characters she can be posed with. But Red Skull was, it was a close one up there. He was on up there. What about you, Jess?
Lady Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah. She is really cool.
Good stuff, fam. Well, thanks a bunch, guys, for checking out the stream. Thank you to Omnidog, the main man himself, for being here in the show.
Thanks for having me.
I've got more action figure content on the way. We've got Action Figure Tuesday, Toy Tuesday, as it's called, on our channel, where I'm going to be showing the part 2 of the giant 50+ action figure reveals from BBTS. If you hadn't seen that first video, go check it out. There's a lot of great figures in there. And coming up next on the channel, I've got a review of the Kate's Marvel Cosmic Universe. This is a little preview of that. Some photos I snapped yesterday. If you've read the books, you'll get the references, but
oh, that's a cool looking one.
I took that photo yesterday as well as this photo. Big fan of Kate's Omnibus. If you haven't read it, it's a spoiler-free review coming soon. Jess, please, my friend, tell us where they can find you.
You can find me on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault.
And you can find me right here on Super Squad D, where the D stands for dog. If you hadn't done it already, like and subscribe. You can also find us on Instagram at Super Squad D Live for all our channel updates. And if you like more toy photography, like the 2 pictures I just showed, you can follow me at SSD Toys. Guys, until next time, peace.
Yippee!